Hello guys, my name is Jonas. I've been developing this cartoon car and recently I upgraded its mesh and rigged it with more than 200 bones. And today I'm going to show you the top 5 rigging features I added to it. I'm not going to go into too much detail for each one, but I will put links to helpful tutorials in the description. So let's start. Feature number 5. The wheel's rotation while driving. This is not necessarily a rigged feature, as it has nothing to do with the armature. Nevertheless, it is one of its key items for animation. Since it's a car, I will do some shots where this rig will be driving around. For the track, I decided to go for a follow path constraint, as it is the easiest and fastest way to move a car on a road from A to B. I wanted the wheels to match their rotation to the distance they travel. I didn't want them to slide around. I accomplished this with a driver. Like you can see, it takes several variables into account, like length of the curve, total steps of the curve, current steps on the curve, and the wheel's diameter. With these parameters and this expression, the needed rotation can be calculated. This method got me some decent results, as you can see here. In the tutorial in the description, all of this is explained in depth, so I recommend you to watch it if you want to know more about this technique. Feature number 4. Eyes and mouth. I rigged eyes and mouth all with 4 bendy bones, which have stretch to constraints and several drivers on them, to make the deformation easier. As you can see here. There are also several limit, scale and location constraints, which should make animation a lot easier. This setup is limited when it comes to expressing emotions, but as the simplicity saves me a lot of time, I'm happy with it. I'm using this setup with the pose library and it just gives you super fast lip syncs that look decent.
Hello, it's me.
Feature number 3. Roof deformation. I wanted to have more control over the roof for things like speed brakes, fast accelerations and other movements. In order for this to look natural, the upper parts of the door also have to deform with the roof deformation bone, but still open with the door bone. The upper parts of the door are assigned to this bone, which copies the location of the roof, but is parented to the door opening bone. With this setup you can get this effect. Feature number 2. The engine. For this I used some IK constraints which react to the rotation of a parent. This is quite simple but has a great effect. In the description there is a link to a video that shows how to set up one cylinder. From there you just copy it around. This movement can be automated, which is quite handy. Feature number 1. Wheel rotation. This is the most complex feature on this rig. In a nutshell, it has multiple pivot points for its rotation. This also can be found in the rotation of a foot and the car's body. In a simple setup, we would block certain rotations of the bones and copy the rotation of a controller. If we then parent one bone to the other and parent our cube onto the child, we achieve this effect. The same was done for the wheel rotation, but here we have a more complex edge and have to change the pivot point more often. But that's all there is to know for this wheel setup. As an inspiration for this rig, I looked at the Toon car rig of Yassine Hamouche. His rig is still way more complex than mine. I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions regarding the rigging features or the rig in general, don't hesitate and ask in the comments. I will be answering all questions. In the future I will do some animations with this rig and also some more rigging. So stay creative. Goodbye.